Yeah. All right, we are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How's it going? Welcome one, welcome all. It's a beautiful day here today in the San Francisco Bay Area. It is 75 degrees, and I'm back at Red Morton Park for another walk with purpose, episode number 736. Yeah, consistency is the key. I've done videos on consistency in the past, in the past. I've done consistency videos in the past, which is what I'm trying to say, and maybe I'll do some more in the near future. But yeah, I've got another great topic to discuss here today. And I've got some great examples to share and a whole lot more. This is going to be a very eye-opening show for many people. So go on out there and share this out if you'd like. Please like the stream and please share it out. Today's topic is no one will ever believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. No one will ever believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Now, hey AZ Prod, how you doing, brother? There's a members-only live stream happening tonight. I'm going to share more about that in just a little bit. Now, I know this topic sounds rather boring, but it's not going to be boring because I've got some very recent stories to shed some interesting and great context for this topic. So stick around for that. That's coming up in just a few. Again, episode number 736 of Walking with Purpose Live from Red Morton Park. No one will ever believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. That's the key to everything. That's one of the few things you have full control of is self-belief. Self-belief, self-love, self-respect, right? Many people are saying, oh, Eli, this is a boring subject, another boring life coaching subject, right? But what you don't realize is that if you actually listen to these principles and apply them, it'll change your life. And your life will turn around just like mine did. I've never had a bad life, but I used to struggle with some depression. And I used to lack self-belief. And I used to lack self-love. And until I figured that out, starting in my early 30s, and I really started to more so understand it in my 40s, it was affecting me from being a happy person. And it was affecting me from being able to get along with people and communicate properly with people. It was also affecting my ability to believe in others, let alone them believing in me, since I wasn't believing in myself, right? This is a critical subject. It's a very critical subject. But before we get to that, I'd like to announce that Dawn and I are going to be going live members only tonight at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific on the couch with Dawn and Eli. we're going to be discussing overcoming depression and how it affects you. Overcoming depression and how it affects you. I'm going to share my story and a bunch of stories on how I actually went through many phases of depression growing up in my youth, in my preteens, my teenage years. And as I got into my 20s, I struggled with depression. I'm not kidding. This is no joke. I'm not a drama channel. I'm not out here to lie to people. I'm here to share what I've been through, because I know many of you have gone through this or are currently going through it, and you're struggling just to function every day. And some of you are struggling to even eat, or you're struggling with many other things. And I want to share my stories, and Dawn wants to share hers, because we hope that we can help inspire you and let you know that you're worth it, as long as you learn how to have self-love and self-respect and not let other people's opinions get to you. Like I've always said, the only opinion of yourself that really matters is your own. You got to live by that, folks. The only opinion of yourself that really matters is your own. So that's coming tonight. You will need to have a $4.99 membership to watch the live stream. Now, if you want live stream replays, once the stream ends, this live stream replay and all the past live stream replays for members only content and any pre-recorded members only content we put on this channel in the future will be at the $9.99 level. So if you just want the live streams and none of the replays or pre-recorded members only content, the $4.99 will work. If you want everything, including the live streams and the live stream replays, present and past, and any future pre-recorded members only content we do out here, you will need to purchase the $9.99 membership. I strongly suggest that everyone upgrades to the $9.99 membership, because not everyone can make the replays. But if you can't afford it, or if you're tight, we totally understand. We feel this is providing good value. It also really encourages people to make the live streams, because that's when we're engaging with you. That's when you're going to get the most value of these members only live streams while they're live. The replay, yes, you can watch them and hear some great information, but if you're there live, you're basically getting our undivided attention for an hour or two at a time in a more intimate, smaller setting, without all the distractions of the public live streams, of the craziness of YouTube, right? So that is that. Get your $4.99 or $9.99 memberships and join us tonight. And thank you. Don and I want to thank you. Got a lot of people coming in at once, so I'm moving off to the side. Don and I want to thank you all that have become members, not only recently, but also our ongoing members. People like Patty and Tia and AZ Prod. And several others. Now, we have lost some members, but they weren't here for the right reason. Some of those members have even gone and purchased memberships. Hold on a second. All right. We are back live. Yeah, somebody just sent me a message that can bypass my do not disturb. And I had to text him back real quick. There's only a few people that can bypass my do not disturb mode, and if they're going to message me while I'm live, I got to get back to them quick, so I'm sorry about that. And no, it wasn't Don. Don's doing well, by the way. So I'm sure Mr. James is simulcasting me, waiting for my response on the Tiffany thing, right, James? I know how you work. You want my response regarding my real thoughts about the interview on Tiffany, right? That's why you've been waiting for this, right? That's why the numbers have dipped, because you started your live on the owning channel, right? See, James, here's the thing. I heard what you said while you were rebroadcasting the Tiffany stream I was on earlier. And you're kind of right, but you're also kind of wrong. You're all playing a game, all of you. You're all playing a game, including you. And all you folks, what this all boils down to, and we're going to get into it. So, yeah, keep your simulcast going, dude. I don't give a shit because I got my own. Like you said, you got people that are going to support you no matter who rebroadcasts you. And so do I. So I don't care. I'm just saying it's obvious to me that I'm the most interesting person that you and your audience like to watch. That's all. That's how it goes, right? But this all boils down to one thing for you, James, JB Gunner, and many other people. Nothing but Silicone, a.k.a. Brian. And Silicone is Brian. Silicone is Brian. Again, I'm more so seeing proof using my intuition. I'm more so seeing this to be true every day. And I'm going to prove it to you here with what I say. But we're going to hold off and wait for a few more people to pop on in. We thank the 32 people that are here. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. It would be greatly appreciated. It's all good. We know Silicone Brian's paying you, James. We know Silicone Brian is paying you too, JB. And Silicone Brian has never stopped paying you. Brian never left. He just changed his identity because he feared getting sued by me in the past. That's why you no longer put the sponsorship out there. Plus, he shut down Texas Caregiver because there was no point to running it. What he should do, Brian, what you actually should do is legitimize what you're doing. Make it a real business, not just a channel that James named his channel a while back. Why don't you buy the domain Fake Instigated Drama Inc. and create an LLC or incorporate Fake Instigated Drama. And that way, you pay people through Fake Instigated Drama Inc. legitimately. And then you have a more respectful business. And at that point, Brian, I'll shut my mouth. Because the more you do this in hiding, the more I'm just going to keep on talking about it. And I'll never stop. Because you guys never stop. And I'm okay with that because I could integrate it into my content. I can talk about it when I want to, when it makes sense for me to do so. And other times, when it makes sense to do other things, I'll do that. Just like you guys do the same thing, right? There's a lot of people at the park today. A lot of people at the park today. You know what I think is going on? I think I'm being double or triple simulcasted. JB Gunner's probably simulcasting me. James is simulcasting me. And there's probably another one simulcasting me too. And that's cool. You know why? Let me see here. That's great news, Richard. I don't see where's Richard? I don't see Richard. AZ Prod, where do you see Richard? I don't see Richard in the chat. I don't have Richard blocked or anything. I don't know why I can't see Richard in the chat. Right over my comment. I don't see him, dude. I don't see him. I don't know why I cannot see Richard. I never Google blocked him. He seems to be Google blocked. I do see Larry, but I don't see Richard. There's Richard. I hope Don is doing well. Yeah, there you go. Now I see you. Now I see you, Richard. No one can hijack her. I got so much security on my YouTube channels. I've got better security than I've got the. You have to have two-factor authentication on monetized channels to be monetized now, but I've got two-factor authentication and even more security after that. And my passwords are impossible to figure out. And I've got my passwords written down in a safe place at home to the point of where I don't even remember what my password is. And then I also keep a copy of it in my wallet in case I need it on the go. So, yeah, it's all good. Earlier I said I found a new Tinder gal with daddy issues. Well, dude, I mean, one of these days, dude, here's the thing. You know, when I was younger, I came across some women like that. I think when women are young, they're just trying to figure out life, and they just want to meet a decent guy they can hang out with and have sex with and go on dates with. And if it works, right?
Coach Eli, how you doing?
How you doing, man?
Doing good? You live streaming right now?
Yeah.
Tell the viewers I said
What's going on, man? Have a good one. Right on. That dude knew who I was. Been smoking some weed, too. Said, Coach Eli, man, my name is getting around. Lots of people at the park today. It's a nice day. It's a very nice day. Anyway, we're going to do 3 lives today. We have time. And once this show ends, we're going to have about an hour and a half before the members only live with Don and I. But yeah, so, yeah, Tiffany, if you're watching, if you're around, or if you're someone that knows Tiffany and you know how to reach out to her, let her know that, yes, Tiff, we're going to be talking about the stream that we did earlier, which is the perfect example for the topic here. You know, if you don't believe in yourself, no one will ever believe in you. If you don't believe in yourself, no one will ever believe in you. I think I got it backwards earlier, but the topic is if you don't believe in yourself, no one will ever believe in you. And I think the perfect example of this topic is how I handled myself on the Tiffany channel earlier today where, I'm not going to lie, Tiff, it didn't go as expected. But also, Tiffany, my response to it is not going to be what everyone else expects or what you expect. My response is going to be the truth, because that's all I focus on here is the truth. I'm going to share exactly what I feel happened on that stream and how me having self-belief and self-love and being true to my purpose prevented me from going down the wrong path once again, like I did about 6 years ago with JB Gunner. And here's the thing, Tiff, I'll tell you, I'm going to give you credit. You're very smart and you can be manipulative. Anyone can be manipulative, right? You're very smart and you know how to play people. I know how to play people too. And you think that people can't play you, but I'm going to tell you exactly who's been playing you the most, and it's not even me. It's JB Gunner. JB Gunner has been playing you like a fucking fiddle. And either you see it and don't care, or you just don't see it, because you've never experienced what I've experienced with JB Gunner, or many others have over the last 6 years. You've known JB Gunner maybe for a year now or less, or maybe a couple years. But you've never been through what myself and many others have been through with JB Gunner to understand that JB Gunner only gives a shit about one thing: himself, and that includes money for himself. No matter what he says, no matter what he does, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. But here's the thing you don't realize, Tiff, is that JB Gunner is a master fucking manipulator. He's better than you, Tiff. I hate to admit this, but JB Gunner is one of the top manipulators on the planet. I hope things are going well for you, Eli. I have taken a cue from Blue Cigar. I was also a part of the other group. Okay, I don't want any of the cigars here. You're out of here. I'm not playing this game anymore. Any cigars or people trolling saying that they've been paid by Brian, if they're not a real account or a moderator, just ban them, okay, AZ Prod? I hope you heard that, bro. If I see it, I'll get to it. If you beat me to it, take care of it, okay? I don't want any red, blue, gray, black, brown cigars. I don't care. Not the cigar BS again. Yeah, the cigar thing. I honestly think the original cigar, the blue cigar, I honestly think that's a real person. I'm still not going to say who that is, but you folks could probably all figure it out. And who I feel the original blue cigar is not a part of the Legion anymore. Has not been a part of that other side for a while. Monica Lewinsky has a cigar too. Yeah, probably so. Thank you, AZ Prod. Appreciate that. So yeah, Tiff, you got played by Gunner. 100%. I'd be willing to bet every last penny I've got on it. JB Gunner played you, manipulated you, and let me give you props, Tiff. And I'm not saying this to be critical, because I do have some nice things to say here about you that most people are not going to like, and the people that say that are people I don't care for anyway, so it doesn't matter. But the truth is the truth, okay? I don't think you've been buddy trolling me. I think you truly believe that JB Gunner's being honest and legitimate. And that's your problem right there. And I don't blame you, because JB Gunner is very convincing. He got me the first time. I was very leery about it. Doing the King and the Cuck show initially, I was very leery about it. But he promised me it would be a big thing. We'd both make a lot of money. And I was saying to him, let's revenue share, split our donations 50-50. He goes, no, you put your PayPal, I put mine. And I knew he was going to make more money. But let me tell you what ended up happening on the King and the Cuck show. I left after the 4th episode because JB Gunner had made $1,300 and I made $100. And that's why I left. I'm not going to go down that road again. Plus, I'm not going to sign any contracts with JB Gunner of him promising me a certain amount of money. I wouldn't sell out. I would never sell my soul out like that, but if I was going to work with anyone, JB Gunner would be the last person I work with, because he screwed me over one too many times. And he did the same thing to me. He love bombed me, sent me a bunch of nice emails. I still have to this day. I could show those emails. I did a stream on it. I have that stream I did when JB Gunner did that to me. It was on my former channel. I still have that stream. I could probably re-upload it somewhere else and show you folks exactly what JB Gunner did. Would you like me to do that, Tiff? Would you like me to show you how JB Gunner love bombed me through a ton of emails, making the King and the Cuck show sound like it was going to be entertainment, and we'll just have a little fun and talk about some interesting topics, and you'll make a lot of money like I will, right? Because if you don't believe me, Tiff, I will re-upload that video. But you can ask people like James and the other people that have been around for a while. They know I have all those emails. And so does JB. Hey, Tia, how you doing? Right? Lap number 2. So, yeah, JB Gunner. Do I think, let me first of all say this. People are wondering, do I think Tiffany's on the payroll? I was wondering that myself, but no, I don't think she's on the payroll. I do believe that she was offered money by Silicone and she turned it down. Here's why I don't think she's on the payroll. Because why would you have to pay someone? Why would Silicone have to pay Tiffany when all Silicone has to do is get JB Gunner to love bomb her and she'll do it for free? So in essence, Tiffany, no disrespect, you didn't realize what was happening. But JB Gunner played you, and he's still playing you, and you don't even get it. You don't even. And if you want proof, Tiff, I will re-upload that video where I shared every email JB Gunner love bombed me to get me to do the King of the Cuck show. It's like a 3 or 4 hour show. You want the proof? I got it. I'm not going to sit here and run my mouth without receipts. I got the fucking receipts, and I'll embarrass the shit out of JB. Which he won't, because he doesn't get embarrassed. He doesn't care, right? They probably would do a video on it or something, right? So you got played, and you're being played by JB. JB Gunner led you, Tiffany, to believe that if I agree to do a show with him, any show, it doesn't have to be King of the Cuck, that JB Gunner cares about me making money. Which, no, that's not the way JB Gunner works. He's never worked that way. In the 6 years I've known him, it's always been about himself and his money. And if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. If it's not making money, I'm not doing it. You even put out a video on that show we did last night on your channel before we did the show today. And you put out a video of him saying, from one of his streams or videos, saying that Silicone paid me to do a video. That's why I did it. And if you don't think that Silicone isn't Brian, you're out of your damn mind. Because the reason why JB Gunner love bombed you to try to convince me to work with him is to shut me up about Silicone being Brian. Think about it, Tiffany. Why would JB Gunner and others try to shut me up if Silicone isn't Brian. If Brian left 2 years ago and is no longer cruising the YouTube streets and no longer paying Jamie or JB any money, why would these people be trying so hard to stop me from talking about it? They wouldn't give a damn. The moment that Silicone, aka Brian, stops paying these people, they're not going to give a shit about Brian. They're not. They're not. They're protecting their investment. And all JB Gunner was trying to do is manipulate you, love bomb you to believe he was being genuine about working with me so he can make more money at my expense while I make nothing or peanuts. And while Silicone gives him a big fat bonus for getting me to do any show with him again. You're not that naive, Tiffany. You're much smarter than that. So it's either JB Gunner really got to you and you believed him, which means he manipulated you and he's a better manipulator than you are, or you're a part of it. And I'd like to think that you're not a part of this. I'd like to think, Tiffany, that you're not a part of this. You're still welcome here. You're a moderator. You're now a channel member. You got a free membership at $4.99. You can tune in and watch Don and I talk tonight if you want. I'll check out the chat in a second. I know Tia and other people are here. Thank you so much for being here. But come on, Tiff. What you did on your show today, I know deep down inside you're not trying to hurt me. You're trying to help me because you have been so brainwashed and manipulated by JB to believe JB's a good manipulator. He's a good liar. He's very smooth. He pulled the same shit on me years ago one time, and I was still skeptical, but I gave in, and I got fucked. So I believe that JB convinced you with whatever charm that guy has, and you were genuinely trying to get me to work with him because you're thinking that that's going to end my issues with the Legion. No, that's not going to happen. Hi, Tiff. Tiff, I'm sorry. Maybe you don't realize it. We're good, Tiff. I'm defending you, and I want you to listen, Tiff. I think you're a victim here. Listen, Tiff, I came on your show, and I know it's your show, but I let you cut me off 6,000 times. And I wasn't mad about it. I said, it's your channel. I respect your house. Now you're in my house. So can I please share my thoughts? Because now you're in my house, right? When I came to your house, I respected you. I even let you cut me off 6,000 times. But now you're in my house, and now well, you're laughing because you did cut me off 6,000 times. My own woman does that to me. And then people think I'm cutting her off. It's a woman thing. It's a woman anxiety thing. Like you and Dawn are two peas in the pod. No disrespect intended. And people hate when I say no disrespect intended because they think I'm being disrespectful. I'm not. I state the facts. And you know what? You know why? Like JB Gunner says, Eli's accidentally funny. Maybe I am accidentally funny. Maybe I am accidentally funny because when I call people out on their bullshit, it's funny because I do it with emphasis. And the people laugh because, oh yeah, Eli got me. I have to admit now that it's the truth. See, you know what I know about women, Tiff? Let me tell you what I've learned about women. In 50 fucking years of life, Tiff, I call her Tiff. In 50 years of life, Tiff, I've learned this about women. When you call women out on their bullshit, if they don't admit it, but they laugh, when a woman laughs, it's like her admitting guilt. If you want to know the truth about women as a man, if you understand women at the level I do as best as possible, you look them in the eye and you call them out, and if they start to laugh, they go, oh, no, I didn't do that. No. Oh, yeah. Women cannot contain their emotions. Women were not biologically programmed to lie. And when women lie, if you know how to read women, you can read their BS 10,000 miles away. There's a tip for you guys if you want to know your woman's being genuine with you or not. That's called the shit test. I knew better than to let her out the closet. Tia, I will. It's hard to believe things. I don't feel someone wouldn't lie about this, but you don't know. No, I think I called you Tim by mistake, like Tim, as in a male Tim. I meant to say Tiff, but I think I said Tim, Tim. Hi, Eli and chat. Hope everyone's doing great. Hey, Jigwork, how you doing? I can't interrupt you in the chat. Of course you can't. You'll just chat like in rapid fire succession. It's all good. Eli, I am desperately trying to help out. I know you are. Listen to me carefully, Tiffany. I've always had respect for you, and I still do. I am not questioning your intentions. I'm not questioning your intentions, Tiffany. What I'm saying is JB Gunner is a phenomenal manipulator. He is good. Tiffany, I know how good you are. Listen, my woman Dawn can be manipulative. I know you can be manipulative, Tiff. You're good. Let me tell you something. JB Gunner is the master of manipulation. And I'm telling you, if you believed any of that shit that Gunner told you, he got you. Because he's love bombing you. Because at the end of the day, all he cares about is protecting the identity of Silicone because it's actually Brian. Okay? Silicone is Brian. There's no reason for JB to even talk about Brian if he's still not around. You see, both JB and Jamie have been protecting Brian to this day. Right? If Brian hasn't been around in years and is no longer paying these guys, they have no obligation. They have no obligation or incentive to stand up for him. But they're very triggered over it. And they're trying to stop it in backhanded ways. They want to try to get to you. That's why Gunner is love bombing you. And he's trying to lead you to believe that, hey, I really want to help Eli. If you can make this happen, that'd be great. You know, maybe I can come on the stream that he comes on. Now, in all honesty, Tiff, it wasn't cool to bring Gunner on. But I don't believe he did it to ambush me. Did it appear like an ambush? It absolutely appears that way. And that's what everyone else is going to say. Because that's how it appears. Okay? The perception of the public is going to be that you ambushed me. Do I think you intentionally tried to ambush me? No. I think you legitimately wanted to try to do whatever you can to get me to do that deal with JB because JB manipulated you so badly, brainwashed you so badly, love bombed you so badly to the point of where you feel that it would make a difference in stopping the restreams with Jamie and all them. They're never going to stop the restreams no matter what we do. You don't understand, Tiff. The restreams will never stop. But I've learned how to leverage them on my own, and I don't need JB Gunner or anyone. I've learned to leverage the people despite the restreams happening. And the numbers here on my channel, Tiff, have been almost neck to neck with Jamie's simulcasts. As long as he's not getting botted. If he's getting botted, like that stream he did earlier, that stream that Jamie did earlier, your numbers were legit, his were botted. You had over 100 people in your chat when I was there, Tiff. And Jamie had like 150. I'm telling you right now, like 80 of those people were botted. Jamie probably had about 70 people. His true numbers are anywhere, depending on what he's talking about, they're anywhere from like 40 to 70, maybe 80 max. There's no way James carries 100 legitimate people. No way. Now, did you have 100 plus? Yes, you did. You know why? Because I was there. No disrespect, or not that, sorry. Humbly speaking, you got those numbers because I was there. And I'm not trying to say I'm all that, but I am the fucking draw. I am the draw. And so is Dawn. That's JB's interest too. That's Jamie's interest. That's everyone's interest that's trying to gain control of myself and Dawn because we are the draw. And let me tell you something. Dawn and I will never sell out. We're both self-made. I'm an independent person running my own business. And no one will ever control what I say or do or how much I make. Only I will and Dawn. That's it. None of you will ever control how we run our shit or what we do or make our money or how we make our money. I have no pull, Eli. I get that. No one shows up to listen to me panic attack through my life. Tiff, listen, Tiffany, you know what? You're your own worst enemy. You're a good person, and you've got a lot of great stuff to talk about. You're just getting in bed with the wrong people at times, and getting in bed with JB Gunner, that's a figure of speech. You know that. I know you're not sleeping with JB Gunner. That's a figure of speech. Getting in bed, working with someone, right? You getting in bed with JB Gunner is the biggest mistake of your life right there, period, end of story. And even the Legion people will agree with that. And everyone here will agree with that. I'm telling you, Tiff, that dude is bad news. He's very selfish. He's very inconsiderate. He's very conniving. Worse than most women. He's very manipulative. He'll do whatever. He'll lead you to believe anything to get you to do for him whatever it takes for him to leverage every penny from your pocket without giving you anything if possible. And most people that know the backstory know I'm right. They know I'm right. I'm actually going to bat for you, and I'm trying to protect you. You got played, Tiff. I didn't get played by you. These people are thinking that you're playing me or buddy trolling me. What the fuck is this buddy troll bullshit? You know, this is what I can't stand about that other group. They make up all these terms. Oh, Eli's being buddy trolled. Or, all those people there are hate bonding or buddy trolling or whatever other bullshit term that these people say about people that attend live stream chats on YouTube. Why can't people just go and watch a damn stream and comment and not be analyzed on their behavior or on their intentions, right? The only reason why I analyze the behavior is because of what other people are doing to mess with people's behaviors, right? If it wasn't for that, all I'd be doing is talking about, coaching topics, and that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. I'll just catch my breath for a second. Redwood City Police just pulled in. They're doing their rounds at the park. I always love it when they're here. They all know me. I've been doing this for over 5 years now, the Walking with Purpose streams. When I was single, I used to like it when the very attractive female cops would wave at me when they would see me broadcasting live with my selfie stick and headset. They'd give me a nice smile. I'd be like, yeah. But I'm not single anymore, so I don't I'll still say hi, but I don't do the flirtatious shit. And then these people are saying, Tiff, that I'm trying to flirt with you. Are you guys fucking kidding me? You guys are sick in the head. I love Dawn. I love Dawn with all my heart. And she's all I ever want and need. I'm happy with her. And Tiff has her own thing going on, which I'm not allowed to talk about. So I'm going to leave it at that. Because I've been silenced. My First Amendment rights have been silenced on that by Tiff. So I'm going to respect that, Tiff. It's all good. I'll silence myself. Tiff, you're a character. You really are. You are a character. Well, Speedo pics are pretty flirty. Are you talking about Mr. Legion taking my head and taking another man's body and putting Speedos on it? Okay. Altered content, right? Tiff, I've never once sent any woman on YouTube or off of YouTube in my entire life. I've never once sent out any D pics or any nudes or anything. Never. You know why? Because I've never been that insecure to the point of where I felt the need, I got to send a woman I'm talking with online my nudes instead of just meeting up with her and doing the damn thing in person. Now, I've had women request those, and I'm like, listen, if you want to see this, you gotta meet up with me in person. I'll show you in person, right? And when you call them out, it turns them on. They're like, okay, well, come on over. Okay, great. People that exchange nudes. A lot of people have done that out here on YouTube. That's the biggest fucking insecurity ever. It's pathetic in my opinion. It's absolutely pathetic. And I know most of you have done it, so you're all pathetic regarding that. I'm sorry, I got to keep it real. So yeah, if you want to take a headshot of me with another man's body and Speedos that are, overlaid over them through Photoshop by a man named James, then it's all good. It's all good. This should be called the Walk and Insult Tim stream. I'm not insulting you. I've actually got your back. See, here's the funny thing, Tiff. You're trying to protect me from the Legion, and I'm trying to protect you from JB Gunner and his BS. And do you see how both those groups they're all paid by Silicon Brian? You understand? This is what you're not getting, right? I'm telling you the truth. I have no reason to lie. I don't lie to people. I'm not a drama channel, but I call this bullshit out because it's affecting the people that are here for the right reasons. And like I mentioned on your show, Tiff, I'm not like Andy Richter. I'm like the Conan O'Brien or Jay Leno. I am the head of the show. I'm not the sidekick. I will never be anyone's fucking sidekick, and neither will Dawn. Dawn and I are the stars, and we're saying that with humility, but we also want you folks to know we're not going to sell out and be someone's sidekick hoping to get a few shekels out of it or a few pennies out of it while selling our souls. First of all, these people would screw us over like JB Gunner's done in the past. Second of all, I would never sell out like that to myself, towards Dawn, or even to the people that are here for the right reasons. I would never sell out regarding that, period. End of story. Never, never sell out. I don't think you're lying, Eli. I'm really not, Tiff. I think you're a good person and you are capable of creating great things. But I'll tell you this: you are good at what you do, Tiff. And I even thought, I was talking with Don, and down the road when we get the money, if we can get past all this BS, we would even consider hiring you to do our social media. And you can come along on this ride and make a pretty decent living doing it. I'm talking possibly six figures at some point doing it, Tiff. And I think you would enjoy doing that because I think you actually like being here. And if you got paid to do it, if you helped us grow and make money, you'd make money along with us doing what you've loved, right? But that's how legitimate business works. The business JB Gunner's trying to do is one-sided. Oh, wow, that's nice. Well, we're not there yet, Tip, but we're getting there. And just so you understand, I want to make something very clear here so you guys know we're moving the needle forward without these people. In the first 7 days of doing this, we've made about $250 between donations and memberships. Now, we're going to get paid close to $500 through AdSense. And then we had donations too. We had some donations. So we had an okay month last month compared to the past. This month, we're on track to make over $1,000. And we've never made that. I've never made that. And I'm only sharing that because I want you folks to know that what we've been doing has been working. Everything I mentioned on your stream, Tiff, is exactly what Don and I have been doing, and it's been working. And that's why we're not going to change it up. But yes, at some point down the road, if you start to realize what's really going on here and you realize that, hey, we respect you, we care about you, I'm not going to trash you, Tiffany. I know you're being legitimate. I know these people are thinking that you're buddy trolling me. And here's the thing, again, I can understand why they feel that way. It comes off like you are, but I know you're not. It comes off like you are, Tiff, because the things you're doing are not making sense. But I know why you're doing them, because JB Gunner, I know JB Gunner, he manipulated you. Now, I don't expect you to admit that. I just know how JB is. I know how good he is. And you're good, Tiff. Tiff, listen, you are hard to manipulate. I'm going to give you that. But JB Gunner got you, and that's how good he is. So what I'm saying is, we're all playing in the fucking big leagues here, Tiff. You're playing in the big leagues. Give yourself some credit. You're playing in the big leagues, and all I'm saying is that if you realize what's happening here, and you can handle JB Gunner, like no one will ever fuck with you again. And that's why no one's fucked with me in a while, because I dealt with this shit from JB and Jamie and all of them. There's a lot today. I troll all my buddies. That's not trolling, Tiff. That's hanging out. Why can't we call it you're hanging out with your buddies? Why do we have to call it trolling? Because you said on your show earlier that you're not a millennial. You're on the border of millennial and X, but you're actually X, right before the millennials were born, right? Right, so you're 44, right? Don't tell me you're 27, like Savannah said on your show today, or like GLM says she's 29, right? So yeah, if you're X, you're 44. You're 43. Okay, 43 is the cutoff, so you're 43. Okay, you're 43. Okay. So you're right there on the cutoff, right? Right in the line. So no, there's no buddy trolling going on. And I don't think you're even trolling. You like to hang out with people that entertain you, that have positive things to say. You like to hang around with people that make you feel good, right? Because that's what I like to do, Tiff. I like to hang around with people that make me feel good. I don't want to. I don't want to be around shit disturbers or shit stirrers, right? Or people that are always depressed and shit. Like that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And since now Raleigh gifted a bunch of memberships. Thanks again for that, Raleigh. And you actually got one, Tiff. You weren't here, but YouTube still gave you one. So you've got a membership for a month. And you can come and join us tonight if you'd like, live right here on Coach Eli 2, members only at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific our time here in California on the West Coast. And Don and I are going to be discussing on the couch with Don and Eli. We're going to be discussing overcoming depression and how it affects you. I'm going to share my stories where I went through depression. And Dawn's been dealing with depression for quite a while and how she handles it and how she keeps going. It's not easy. But if you don't learn how to overcome it, it's going to destroy you. Tiff Tip looks 27 to me. Hot AF too. Dude, quit sucking up to the women, dude. God, Richard, man. Dude, you're not telling those women on Tinder and stuff, oh, you're so hot, let's meet up right now and bang. Dude, that's not how you get women, dude. You just got to be yourself. You can't be all starstruck, man. You got to kind of like be cool about it, man. You got to say, look, hey, you seem cool, and I'd like to hang out with you, and hey, let's see what happens, right? That's all you do, dude. And the thing is, women are big on physical attraction nowadays. If they're physically attracted to you and you are to them and you like each other, then you're going to bang. That's what happens, dude. But you don't have to go out there and say, oh, you're hot as fuck, and I want to bang you. Wee. Richard, you need to play it cool, play hard. Right. Tiff's right. You got to see, that's the game. Tiff is right about that. See, Tiff, we could do shows on this and teach men and women how to get laid, which is it's not really called getting laid. It's how to get a date and potentially find someone to spend your time with and see where it goes, right? But that's the thing. As a man, you got to be cool. You got to be like, hey, you know what? It would be cool to hang out with you and see what happens. If we bang. You. This is what you're thinking in your head. But if not, whatever. As a guy, you got to be like, hey, okay, hey, if you want to hang out sometime, you let me know. And then you walk away. Let her think about it. Let her chase you, dude. The problem is, you beta mons chase women and then you chase them out of your life, man. You're like a sick puppy dog. God, man. No wonder, Richard, why you're you're going after the young ones with daddy issues, because they're not picking up on the desperation. Not Richard. I'm just kind of messing with you. I think you're messing with me too, but you get the point, dude. Richard, you really don't come off that desperate in front of women, do you? Please tell me you're just joking, dude. Please tell me you're just having fun. Tiff, I'm nearly 40, balding, and DoorDash. I'm not exactly what most women are looking for, so I tell 100 fatties how pretty they are and looking for the girls with daddy issues. Why are we always bringing... Is GLM here? What? Who brought Jamaicans into it? I don't... Who said that? Is GLM here? Because I don't see her if she's here. All right, folks. Last lap here. We're at 59 minutes. This is the last lap. And then Don and I are going to be going live about an hour and a half after this show ends. right here on Coach Eli 2, members only live on the couch with Don and Eli at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. We're going to be talking about overcoming depression and how it affects you, how it affects you if you don't overcome it, and how it affects you once you overcome it. How it'll turn your life around, how it'll change everything, how much more energy you're going to have. We got 51 in the box and 15 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. If you don't have a membership yet, you will need a $4.99 channel membership to watch the live stream. That does not include replays or pre-recorded members-only videos we may do in the future. If you want to also get the live stream replays, the possible future members-only videos, on top of the live streams, you will need to purchase the $9.99 package. We've already had someone upgrade to $9.99. I can't remember the channel name, but thank you for that. And again, I was talking with Don, and we decided we lowered it from the $24.99. We increased it to we realized that was too much, at least at this point, right? But we realized, hey, look, we want more of our people to be there live. So we'll incentivize you with a cheaper package to be there live, right? And if you can't make it and you want to watch the replays, it's going to be $9.99, which really isn't that much more. Hey, Blues Girl, how's it going? Jig work with the thumbs up. So I'm going to say this, Tiff. I'm coming out and saying, no, you're not buddy trolling me. I never thought that. But like I said earlier, I think when you just popped in, did I think just for a second you possibly might be on the payroll? Sure. I thought possibly maybe she's on the payroll. But then I'm like, no, she's not on the payroll. I realized that it's JB Gunner sweet talking her. I just can't see, Tiff, how you could let a guy like JB Gunner sweet talk you into believing all this bullshit. I really can't see that. I really can't. I mean, listen, I'm not saying I'm King Stud. I'm not. But come on. JB Gunner, of all people, no disrespect intended. It is what it is. He never sweet-talked me. Now you're bullshitting me. It's okay. JB Gunner tried to sweet-talk me, Tiffany, and I'm a man. Now, there was none of that weird stuff going on, but he tried to sweet-talk me, figuratively speaking. He tried to love-bomb me. He tried to be nice to me. That's a better way to put it. Years ago, when he convinced me to do the King and the Cuck show initially. And again, I've got that video on my former channel. I've got all my videos uploaded from my former channel on a channel that has everything like either private or unlisted. And I'll find that stream and I can send it to you. If you want to see all the emails that JB wrote to me, I went over them on a live stream. But it's not publicly available. I've got it on a semi-hidden channel called Coach Eli Classics videos from my former channel. But you don't want to go through all that. You'll take my word for it. Eli, I'm just as broke now as I was earlier. Well, Tiff, you don't have to be broke. You don't. You don't. You've got great talents. You've got a lot more support than you think you have, Tiff. Tiff, there are people, including myself, that would be willing to help you make money the right way. You've got talent to create great content and make real money doing it. High five toast. Hey Eli, I need a little bit of advice. A friend of mine who is an artist said he was going to draw a portrait of Tupac, but he hasn't done it yet. I'm starting to think he's lying to me about it. I think you're trolling, so I'm going to remove you because that's a really dumb question. That's a really stupid question. And I've seen your account elsewhere. Tiff, but in the feeling good stakes of life, we are rich indeed. That was a dumb question, just jig work. Yeah, it was. They were trolling. It's probably Coach J or one of those fools. $59 in the box. 16 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. I'm serious, Tiffany. At some point within the next probably 6 months, maybe sooner, it depends, because Don and I are really focused on generating new revenue. When we can afford to hire a social media manager, we're going to be looking at you. And I'm not kidding. This is no troll. This is no joke. But if we're going to hire you to do this, you will be an independent contractor. So it's like you'd be an independent contractor. You're basically working for yourself, but on behalf of us. You're still going to be representing us. So you got to understand, you're going to be representing us. And that means you're going to have to be in alignment with our brand. Like, you're going to be like the brand manager pretty much. Now, what I will say is this. Just because we would hire you as the brand manager, I would have to approve, Don and I would have to approve everything. But your feedback would go a long way into making the right moves. And you would get paid at the end of the day, regardless of whether we decide to do what you suggest or not. Some things we'll agree on, some things we won't. But we're going to need someone to run our social media and do all that. Because I've got Facebook, I've got Twitter, I've got LinkedIn, I've got everything. I haven't been able to use it. I haven't even tapped those resources I've had for years that I built with real people when I used to network here in Northern California. And that's no joke. So wait, I don't have the freedom of creativity. No, you do have the freedom of creativity. You do have the freedom of creativity. But that doesn't mean that everything that you or anyone else we would hire, we would use 100% of the time. You'd still get paid for it. The bottom line is you still get paid for whatever you do. It would be more so to manage the social media aspect of things. That's so enticing, Tip. Plenty scope for your creativity and artistic license, right? Well, Tip, that is a dream job there. You see, Tip, here's the thing. If you truly want to help the Coach Eli brand grow, along with Don and stuff, this would be the right way to do it. Not joining forces with JB Gunner. Now, again, I know your intentions were not They weren't harmful. You don't know JB Gunner at the level I do or Jamie does. I'm sorry. I had to listen. I'm not too fond of what Jamie's still doing regarding my continence stuff, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And as far as JB Gunner goes, he's absolutely right about JB. There's one thing that side agrees on with me, and that one thing is our thoughts about JB Gunner. He's a POS, scumbag, manipulator, love bomber, phony that only cares about himself and his pocketbook, but he leads you to believe that he cares about you through deep, manipulative, love bombing, Church of Scientology style tactics. He's that good because he got me once, and he'll never get me again. You won't, JB, you won't get me again. Your love bombing will never work again, JB. I'm feeling weird about not being love bombed. Stop it, Tiff. You're feeling weird about not being love bombed. Yes, everyone needs an outlet for creativity, so important, right? Tiff. JB Gunner love bombs everyone. JB Gunner will say or do whatever it takes to push his agenda forward, right? Now, the funny thing is, these people say I'm the same way. I'm not. I believe in myself, and I believe in my message so much to the point of that I'm not going to sell out. Even if they offered me a $10,000 a month contract, even if Silicone legitimately offered me 10 grand and paid me up front each month before doing the work. First of all, I would never sell my soul to a crazy bastard like that, a sick bastard like that. And number two, I would never ever give control of what I can and can't do. I would feel obligated to do certain things that the money I'm being paid for requires me to do so. And see, JB and others, as part of their non-disclosure agreements, they're not allowed to talk about what the contract entails or who the contract involves, right? But just like you said, Tiff, Silicone specifically offered you, correct me if I'm wrong, this is what you said. I don't know if you showed screenshots. You started the show before I got there. I thought you were going to wait to start the show until I got there, you know, when I told you I'm taking care of Don's meds. Did you show the screenshots and you said that you were offered $2,500 to turn on me by Silicone, right? He did. Maybe Mother Hubbard will love bomb me. Oh, God bless us, man. It's really a nice day today. It was 75 degrees when I stepped out of my car. It's probably closer to 78 or 80 now. It's just a really nice day. And by the way, I think GLM is cool because she thumbed up a comment I made on her channel an hour before I went live. I think GLM's just staying quiet. I don't blame you, GLM, but there's nothing going wrong. You're all good. And from what I heard, I tuned into Jamie's just for a little bit after our stream, because you did too, Tiff. Because I wanted to hear how was he going to take this. And it's funny. All the people that have been trashing me are saying even Eli realizes. Even Eli's not falling for this crap. And you're not the one that was trying to pull the crap on me, Tiff, because you didn't know JB was playing you. You may still not think JB's playing you. But it's either JB's playing you or you're playing me. And I'd like to think that you're not playing me. I don't think you are playing me. If I thought you were playing me, Tiff, you'd be gone. I know you're not playing me, so JB's playing you. I know you were trying to do a nice thing. He was very, yeah, you know why he's mad? Because he thinks you failed getting through to me, because JB's agenda was to get you to work with him so that way I stopped talking about Silicon being Brian. All JB's trying to do is protect his investment, just like Jamie is and the rest of them are. That's all. That's all this boils down to. That's it. They used you. And you didn't know that because you don't have an experience with him yet. Now you do. So don't feel bad. I got your back. You see, Tiff, everyone thought I was going to blast you. You thought I was going to blast you. You thought that I was not going to be able to put this all together. You yourself, let me put myself back on camera. You yourself thought I was going to blast you. You were shitting in your pants thinking I was going to blast you. I was never going to blast you. But I knew you were being played. And I had to wait for people like JB to further show their cards before I could plead my case to you. I have great Wi-Fi here, Patty. So do I. Do you guys have fiber there at your place, Tiff? I'm sure you guys live in a nice area. You guys have got to have fiber there. We've got 1,000 up, 1,000 down. We can get up to 5,000 up, 5,000 down, but we don't need that. It's too much. Probably better Wi-Fi than old Mother Hubbard's cupboard. Yeah, if you are with AT&T or Comcast, one of them, they have pretty good built-in routers, but I still go with a third-party Linksys router. I've got a third-party Linksys router and AT&T fiber, 1,000 up, 1,000 down. Wi-Fi 6 is good if you have a device that can handle those speeds, and if you set it properly on the 5 gigahertz network. You're only going to gain benefit from Wi-Fi 6 if you use the 5G network. If you use the 5 gigahertz network, I use 5 gigahertz at home. It doesn't travel as far as 2.4 gigahertz, but it allows you to, download and upload faster from your phone. I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max on the 5 gigahertz network, and I can get 600 megabits up and down on my iPhone, which is pretty fast for Wi-Fi. Now the newer iPhones can do it; they have a better modem. But this is the 3.5-year-old iPhone 12 Pro Max with gigabit Ethernet fiber from AT&T, 1,000 up, 1,000 down, with the 5 gigahertz network. That's the max speed the iPhone 12 can handle, the 12 Pro Max, 600 megabits up and down, which is still pretty damn fast for Wi-Fi. Outspoken, what if I just walked up and removed that hat off your dome? Well, then I'd whoop your you-know-what. If you put your hands on me, I have the right to beat the crap out of you. So if you lay your hands on me, dude, then I would defend myself, and you'd be sorry you ever came anywhere near me. Tiff. Blues girl, no lie, DSL is my only option. Yeah, we used to have DSL where I live, and the fastest I could get back then was 14 megabits down and 1 megabit up. It was painfully slow, and I didn't want to switch to Comcast because I've had everything AT&T, but like 4 years ago, AT&T finally put fiber in our area. I was like, shit, fiber is glorious. That's why from the studio I have such, a great quality stream, because not only do I have a good camera, but it's also, I stream at 30 megabits per second. Most people stream at like anywhere from 2 to 5 megabits. I stream at 30 megabits per second, 1080p, 60 frames per second. So And that's still compared to 1,000, megabits of bandwidth. 30 megabits is nothing what the line can handle. But it's more than what most people stream at because not everyone has fiber. People that have cable can get like a gigabit down, but they only get like 50 or 75 up because cable works differently. It's not symmetrical. If you want symmetrical speeds, both the same up and down, you got to go with fiber. It is beautiful up there, though. Canada is awful for Wi-Fi. Well, Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi. It all depends on your equipment. Why would Canada be awful for Wi-Fi? You can get the same products in Canada you get here. Just get a Linksys router. Now, depending on your cable company or your internet company, maybe the modem they're giving you is crappy. You can always get a third-party router like a Linksys, and it'll be better. Got 49 in the box, 18 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. But boy, are they way behind the U.S. for Wi-Fi. Well, can't you order products from the U.S.? Blues Girl, are you talking about the Wi-Fi router you get with your internet company, the standard one that they connect your internet connection through? Like, whenever you get internet today, it comes in with a built-in router modem. So basically, you've got a built-in Wi-Fi / Ethernet router / modem, right? And most of the modems that you get now that come from the company, like AT&T and Comcast, they're pretty damn good. But there's nothing better than getting a separate router like a Linksys. So are you telling me the built-in router you have from your company is crappy? We can only get DSL. That is, yeah, well, DSL is coming from the copper wire. And that shit goes down. And, if you have a rat that eats your copper wire line, your DSL goes down. You got to put in a truck roll call, and sometimes it takes several days to fix it. With fiber, my fiber's gone down literally in the last 4 years for a total of 30 minutes. Actually, there was one time I forgot. It was out for like half a day because there were some tree workers trimming trees down the street, and they actually kinked my fiber line. So I called AT&T. They got someone out there pretty quick, actually, and the dude was like, "Yeah, your fiber line was like bent." I said, "Yeah, there were people working in the trees. There were like tree trimmers." He goes, "I just kind of bent it back in place and kind of wrapped it around. Let's go test it out. Looks like it's working fine. If you have any other issues, here's my card. You call me directly." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Direct number to tech. That's great." No, AT&T, sometimes a pain in the ass, but, when you get the techie guys on the street, if you have their cards, you can always call them. And it's worked fine ever since. Someday Canada will have routers. Tiffany, someday Canada will have routers. Tiffany knows that the internet will not work without a router. You have to route the connection somewhere. God, Tiffany, you really like to stir the pot, don't you? Tiffany, I think you and Don would get along really well. Really, really well. What I would do is I'd have you and Don just go do your own thing, and then I'd go hang out with who. We'd go have some beers or go do some manly shit, right? Cities have modern stuff, but not out in the boondocks. Well, no, the boondocks have copper wire, so you can get DSL in the boondocks, but it's going to be slow because the DSL speed, the max DSL speed is dependent on the distance from your house to the central office or remote terminal in your area. I know how all this works. I've had all these different types of connections and I know all the techs, and I'm a techie guy myself. So if you're on the boonies, you have a few options. DSL, which is going to be a slow option because you're going to be far away from uh, a, uh, a remote terminal or the central office of your phone company, and your speeds are based on the distance to the remote terminal or your central office the central office of your phone company. Or you can get actually Starlink. You can get Elon Musk's service. The satellite service is good. Or you can get DirecTV, HughesNet. You can get satellite internet. The only problem with satellite internet is the latency isn't that great. But I think Starlink, I think that's the one that Elon Musk owns for people in rural areas in the middle of nowhere. I think they have better latency and better speeds. Tiff, the future is looking so good. Blues Girl, I climbed the pole for good reception. I think you're being a little ridiculous, but I get it. You live in a rural area, right? Yeah, if you want to get good, if you want to get good internet, you got to live in an urban area. And Tiff and I are fortunate we live in urban areas. Tiff, what do you have at your place? What connection do you have? Is it fiber? Is it cable? What do you guys have? I'm curious, because you live in a decent area. His cable guy is the real life Jim Carrey character. That's terrible. You gonna answer my question, Tiff, or not? I'm going off the air, folks. Get your final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. Going off the air in a second. I have ADSL. Oh, ADSL. Wow. Not even VDSL. ADSL is the slowest. ADSL, the fastest you can get is 6 megabits down and 768 kilobits up. Less than a megabit up. All right. I think Tiff is not going to answer. All right, folks. We're leaving 54 in the box. 19 thumbs up. Once again, Don and I are going to be going live in just under an hour and a half at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, right here on Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams. On the couch with Don and Eli, members only live. You'll be required to have a $4.99 membership package if you want to watch the stream live. If you can't make the live streams, or you always want to have access to live stream replays as well, and possible future members only pre-recorded members only videos, you're going to have to get the $9.99 package. The $9.99 package will include the live streams, same as the $4.99 package, but you'll also get the live stream replays and any members only pre-recorded videos that we do in the future. My suggestion would be go for the $9.99, but if you're tight on money and you're just about the live streams, the $4.99 will get you that. So, and some streams from my walks and in the studios will also be members only chat, members only live chat. So you can also get for $2.99 members only live chats, but those are only going to get you occasional members only live chats that are publicly viewable, but only members can chat. And here's the thing: if you get the $9.99 package, you'll get everything included. So we're just trying to, give you folks the options for what you need, and also more so encourage people to be there live, which is why we're doing it this way. We want more people to be there live. So join us tonight. Who's planning on being on the who's planning on being in the members only live stream tonight? Put a 1 in the chat if more than likely you'll be at the members only live stream. Put a 1 in the chat. I don't think we have a lot of members here right now. Blues Girl, I'm talking about my internet company. My package choices are DSL, DSL, and DSL. Tiff Tiff says only fiber I have around here is Metamucil. You must suffer from constipation too, Tiff. I do. I'll use like Dulcolax or Walgreens laxative suppositories at times, or Fleet saline enemas. Those work really well. I will probably be sleeping. Tia will be there. Thank you, Tia. Okay, let's just have a good night. All right, folks. Got to run. We're at 90 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes, leaving 43 in the box, 22 thumbs up. Please smash thumbs up and share this out, whether you're here live or on the replay. And join us for the members only show tonight right here on Coach Eli 2. With that being said, I would if I could. Trust me, no worries, Kayla. I'll figure something out. We'll get you in there, okay? For the next time. Have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.